Hello, I'm Paul Dajcik. I got a request from Bodyweight Culture to explain and demonstrate the half bridge and the crunch, and I'm going to do that right now. Okay. Now, the half bridge is a very basic yoga position where the knees are bent and the hands are approximately by the feet and the hips are lifted. Usually this is a static position, but you can move up and down this position as well, like so. Now usually what you want to do is you want to put the spine on the floor section by section. So I'm rolling lower and lower and lower till my hips are on the floor, and when I come up I lift the hips, and then I lift the lower back, and then the middle back, and then the upper back. Okay? So coming down in sections, coming up in sections. You want to keep your abdominals contracted when you come up and you come down. This allows for the curve to happen so that you place little by little your spine and your hips on the floor. Okay. Basic crunch. Some people choose not to support the head. Okay, very basic crunch. Combining the two of them would call a half bridge and a curl. Now obviously if the half bridge is this high, the only thing you can do is flip the head off the floor. You really can't do a crunch. But if the half bridge is a little bit lower, you have the opportunity to do the crunch, actually feel it in your abdominals while maintaining this position. Okay? Opposite can be done, where you come up to the crunch position, stay with your abdominals contracted and your spinal column flexed forward, and coming up into the half bridge. Okay? When you do this exercise, you're going to feel it in your abdominals a lot faster than by simply doing the crunches, and partially because you shorten the abdominals a lot more, and most people are not used to this movement as well. So that's an option. We can also do one followed by the other. So we can do a crunch, place it down, half bridge, place it down, crunch, half bridge. Okay. Now most people are going to find that the glutes, the hamstrings, and the lower back is a lot stronger and a lot more enduring than the abdominals. Abdominals are going to get tired faster, so you can compensate for that by using some equipment. Now what I have here is very light ankle weights. This is just for demonstration purposes. You can use, pretty much anything. You can even use a heavy bag or a book bag filled with something. If you have something like this that's heavier, you can use that as well. So I'm going to hold this here to add more resistance to my half bridge, but the curl is going to stay the same. Or I can stay in a curl position. Okay. I want to add resistance to my crunch as well. I call it the curl, but crunch. Can do this right here. We can also add the reverse crunch instead of a crunch if we want to do that. Now it becomes a back abdominal movement, no longer at the same time do opposite contraction, but still okay. So reverse crunch, half bridge, reverse crunch, half bridge. So another option, if you don't want to use any outside resistance, is to do one leg. Okay, that's a little bit more difficult, and then do the crunch. So the crunch is naturally more difficult, and you're making the half bridge more difficult by doing it on one leg. Or okay. So those are some of the options. You can use the resistance band as well to make the half bridge more difficult. Holding it right here, lifting, and then crunch. And there's many other variations possible. For instance, straight legs. Don't try this variation if you have some kind of lower back pain, because it can cause spasm. So those are some basic exercises that involve the front and the back of the midsection working out at the same time.